Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalia. I'm so happy to have you here and I hope you're having a wonderful day. So today we're going to be talking all about confidence. It's something that I know a lot of people struggle with. So we're going to be talking about how to overcome any sort of shyness, any insecurities, how to be more confident, how to do the things that we want with confidence. So let's get started. So the first thing that I have to say about being confident, and this is the thing you might not want to hear, but it is going to help so much, and that is to practice. So finding opportunities that make us feel uncomfortable, that we normally would avoid, we would shy away from, finding those opportunities and doing them, going through with them, getting that practice in, that is going to help us to increase our confidence, because two things will happen when we practice. One, we're going to have a bad experience. And let me tell you, bad experiences are still good. And that is because if we go through whatever it is that we don't like to do, whether it's talking to a stranger, whether it's giving a presentation, going in front of people, going on camera, whatever it is that makes you feel not confident and you do it, and let's say you mess up, right? So one time I have an example where I had to talk in front of people. Actually, this happened twice. Guys. I had to talk in front of people and I was so nervous. And when I get nervous, I tend to stutter. I stutter bad. And these two times that I did it, I stuttered the whole way through. It was horrible. And I remember afterward feeling horrible. And even sometimes when I reflect on it, it'll randomly pop in my head. There's my anxiety. There's my nagging self-doubt. It'll pop in my head. And I start to feel bad again. I start to feel all those negative feelings again. But what helps me and what can help you is when we reflect on those bad times, those times that we don't do well, we mess up, when we reflect and we realize that we're still alive here, that we got through it, we were able to do it either way. I went in front of people, I messed up, I blah, 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 blah the whole time, right? And yet I'm here again. And I've had countless other times where there was good experiences and I didn't mess up and I did very well and I know I did well and I felt so good after. Those are the times that we're also looking for, and that's why the more we practice, the more comfortable we'll feel, the more we'll create good times and good experiences. And then when we reflect on those, we can realize, hey, we are capable, we can do it. And it's not always going to be a train wreck. There's going to be times that we come off confident, we feel confident, and afterward it's going to boost our confidence. If you don't take those opportunities and you don't do the thing that makes you not comfortable, guess what? You're going to stay exactly where you are. You're going to stay not confident, and your mind is going to actually be winning, because the thoughts that are telling you you can't do it, when you don't do it, you're reinforcing those thoughts. You're telling yourself, yeah, I can't do it. Look, I'm not doing it. Versus when you do the things that you thought you couldn't, you're able to tell your mind, hey, that's not true. I did it. I can do it. That is what is going to increase your confidence. I can tell you that any work is better than no work. Sloppy work is better than no work. Eventually, that sloppiness and the mistakes are going to turn into great work, and it's going to come back and you're going to feel better. You're going to improve, because that's what practice is. Practice makes permanent, and you're going to get that practice. You're going to get that permanence, and your confidence will skyrocket. So that is the main thing. That is honestly what's going to help us increase our confidence the most. But here are some other tips that will help you when we find those opportunities and when we're preparing to do them. So the first is going to be to get ready. And when I say get ready, there's two ways to get ready. So one of those ways is to get physically ready. Our, appearance, our outside external. So brush your hair, do it in a cute style, do your makeup, put on some lip gloss, lipstick, wear the clothes that makes you feel confident, whatever it is that makes you feel better, because you look good, you'll feel good, right? Afterward, make sure to do some stances that are confidence building stances. So one of the most popular is like the Superman, where you stand in front of the mirror and your back is straight and you put your arms like this and your legs are spread wide apart. Here's a picture. Do that stance in front of the mirror, because you will feel more confident. And here are some other stances that will help you. Just the way that you're standing, your posture is going to reflect back to your brain all the signals are going to go back to your brain, and it's going to help to increase your confidence. So that's part of also getting physically ready. And then another thing is to make sure to smile before and while you're doing it, because I'm telling you, a smile is going to change your mood. It's going to make you feel more positive, and when you feel positive, you feel happy, you feel confident. Confident people are happy people, and vice versa. Like right now, I am smiling, and it's making me feel better. It's making me feel just happier, making me feel lighter, making just the whole mood very positive, and it helps me. I also, the job that I do where I work from home, I do customer service. So every time I'm on the phone, which is something that I used to not like to do, I used to hate being on the phone. I was very nervous, very just like, oh my gosh, what do I say? Even though you're not seeing the person, it's still very nerve-wracking. Now that's my full-time job. I do it day in, day out. I talk to people all the time, people I don't know, and I get very good feedback from my supervisors. And one of the things they say is great tone. And the reason I have the great tone is because I'm smiling. So whether it is on the phone, whether it is again going in front of people to talk, making sure to smile, making sure to just have this relaxing demeanor, whether people can see you or not, it's going to help your presentation, it's going to help your words, it's going to help the way that you come off. And in turn, it will help your confidence, because you're going to feel that lightness, you're going to feel that positivity, and then that's going to go to your brain, and your brain's going to tell you this is a good experience, and then you're going to build that. So making sure to smile through it, it's going to help you to come off friendly and nice, and it's going to give a good tone. So that was getting physically ready. Now let's go into getting mentally ready. But this is what we tell ourselves. This is all has to do with the mind, right? So the self-talk we're giving, the thoughts that we have about ourselves and about what it is that we're going to do, that's going to affect how we feel and how we come off and our confidence. So making sure to tell ourselves things like, we can do it, we're capable, it's going to be excellent, people are going to recognize how confident we are. Putting out the things that we want, that is what is going to help our confidence to improve, because the more that we tell ourselves, the more that we will believe it. And honestly, what we think and what we want creates the reality that we see, right? So you can tell yourself that it's going to be horrible, and guess what? It's going to be horrible. And then you're just going to keep replaying that and reliving it, versus if you tell yourself it's going to be great, because it's going to be great and you're going to get through it. And afterward, you're going to learn something and you're going to improve, and it's just going to get better from there. So the more that you tell yourself that, the more that it will stick, the more it will happen the way that you tell yourself. Another thing to help get our minds ready is to get inspired. Watching videos such as this or other videos where people are giving their tips, their stories. Get inspired by people's example. When you are able to hear about someone that used to struggle with something, but they got through it, that's going to build your confidence, because again, you're realizing and you're telling your mind that it's not the end of the world, that it is possible to get through it, it's possible to do good. You're seeing it from another person, and eventually you're going to believe that you can do it too. And then when you do it and you see that, that's going to help you so much. So get inspired by people's stories, by other people's tips, watching videos like this, reading articles, reading books, whatever it is to get your mind in a positive space and to seeing that it is possible to do. And then something else that I do, which is really helpful, is praying. I make sure to pray before anything I do that makes me not comfortable. I pray for courage. I pray for strength to get through it, to do my best. I pray that it, gives someone else inspiration, that it encourages someone else. That way, again, it gets your mind and it gets the situation in a more positive and on the right path. And my third tip and my third advice for being confident is to be yourself. And I'm sure that you hear this a lot, but it's because honestly, when you really think about it, there is literally no one on this earth that is like you. Like, really think about that. Who has gone through exactly the same things you have gone through? Who has your exact personality? Who has your thoughts? Who has your mind? Who has your way of speaking? Who has your tone of voice? Has your look? Who has your mannerisms? Who is like you? Like, really, there is not one person on this planet that is going to be exactly like you, that's going to have the insights and the way to affect people the way that you do. You are special and you are going to affect someone in a special way. So being yourself is going to help with that. And my last and final tip is going to be just accept the consequences. And when I say consequences, there can be either good or bad. Accept that people are going to like you or that people are not going to like you. There's going to be people who are going to encourage you, and there's going to be people who discourage you. And honestly, the people that are negative and the people that don't have anything good to say, they don't define your worth, because all that matters is that we are positive, that we are confident, and that we believe in ourselves. When we believe in ourselves, nothing can stop us. No one can stop you. So it's very important for us just to accept that there's going to be people that don't like us. There's going to be people that focus on the negative, focus on the little mistakes that we make. And those people don't matter. Not to us, not to our self-worth, not to our confidence. So today we're going to be talking all about confidence, how to increase our confidence, how to be confident. What? Do what? Afterwards.